Queries in Azure DevOps. So in this video, I'll focus more on the queries that you can use in Azure DevOps boards to list your records, search data, do some advanced finds. So I'll cover the different types of queries that you can create, where to use which one for which scenario, and I'll also show you how you can use queries to do some charts. And this video is just an extract of an end-to-end video tutorial that I created on Azure DevOps boards and how to create and manage requirements. So if you want to learn additional areas of Azure DevOps boards, take a look at the link in the description to access that full end-to-end video. Now let's get started with this one. Now something else that I want to show you is queries. So queries, pretty handy for all kind of, as the name says, querying your data, right? So let me show you again how that works. So if you go to the queries tab in DevOps, you will see favorite queries or all. So if you click on those, you will see my queries. So this is your queries that only you can see. The shared ones are the ones that all your team can see. So when you create a query, you can decide whether you want to share it with your team, and they will then see the query here, right? So 3 types of queries. So if I go to new queries, it's 3 types of queries that you can create. Flat list of work items. So this is just one list, a work item listed without kind of nested or child items. For example, list of user stories, a list of features, or a list of work items as well with columns, right? So it's just a flat list. The advantage of using this is that you can quickly edit records using a flat list. You can export them to Excel, edit in Excel and so forth. So let me show you how that works, right? So if you just start a new flat list, let's create a flat list for our user stories, for example, right? So if I just change one of the criteria here, the work item type, I'll go and say user stories and just run my query. As soon as you run your query, you will see the results. So what you can do here, of course, is you can play with the columns option. So what I want to do here is I have the state, I have the tags. Maybe we want to add the board column. Remember that column that we use for our boards. So board column can be added here, and then I have a board column here. Maybe I also want to add a priority, right? So very easy to just add the fields you need and just display it here, right? Once you're happy with your list, you can save, and this will be, user stories, and you can save it as we said. I have already a user story, so I'll name it 2. And then you can save it under my query or shared queries, right? So my queries, as we said, it's your kind of bucket, and shared queries, the team will see it. But also, if you want to use those queries with creating charts and dashboards, they'll have to be saved as shared queries. So quite an important aspect here. So let me now save them in shared queries for dashboard, maybe. So that's kind of your flat list of record. Now, as we said, you can also very quickly bulk edit whatever user story you want. So you select them with Control Shift and then right click, and then you can here have an option to assign them to someone, follow, delete, use template, whatever. And if you click on the edit, you can specify even here, maybe the risk for these is medium, and then you assign the value, and then you save items here, and all your items will be saved. So very handy for you to quickly create list of records and bulk edit them and use them for your charts and dashboards. If I were to switch to work items and direct link, right? So this is kind of slightly different, where you can go and there is actually more options as soon as you do that. Let me just go switch it down. So if you were with flat list of work items, just one box where you can filter your items. If you go with work items and direct link, this is where you can start having relationships and looking at all the type of relationships between items. So pretty handy. So for example, if you want to see all the user stories that are related to each other, that could be a request. So here, the work item tabs, I'll do user story. And I will just say only return items that have matching links. That's fine. Return links of any time. That's fine. Let's see what it does. It brings you 4 user story here, right? So those are kind of related, or they have links between each other. If I do return selected link types and then do parent, run, and then the list is empty. So you can really specify the type of relationship. So again, I will select related and search, and then I have my related user story. So very quickly you can see which user stories are related. Maybe you want to link sometimes. A request that we had in the past is, you know how you have Epic's feature user stories are a hierarchy, but some other user stories in other feature might be related to feature that are not as parent. So you kind of want to relate user stories to feature. This is handy where we could list all the feature and then use work item type user story where the link is actually not the child, but is actually related, right? So pretty handy as well to make that work. And then the last one is your tree of work items. So this is typically where you want to have a tree of work items. So if I just clear everything here and I just do any work item, any state, any, and I'll just remove everything here just to show you, right? So here you specify where is the querying matching first. So here we say it's going to match the results first on this parameters or these filters, and then you go down to your filter items, but you can switch that. You can also say match linked work items first, and then you look at the parent. So you can play with those parameters. The tree, or the type of tree, I'll not say duplicate of, I will say parent child, right? And if I just do this, you will see that I have my product backlog. You can see epics, feature, user story, task, everything is kind of nested because they are all parent-child items between each other, right? Now, let's say I want to add a filtering and I want to say, I only want to see the new ones, right? So I want to see a tree of work items where state is new. And something strange will happen here. So let me show you, right? So if I just do this, you will see that my task is gone, but everything else stays. So this will filter on the, if you don't specify the work item type, it will filter on the last item in the hierarchy, right? So now if I go here and I specify work item type, is equal feature, there I have kind of the result where I wanted to see, which is all my epics and only the feature that I knew, right? And if I change that to active results and I only have my epic. So just beware of this linking here where sometimes it can trip you off a bit, but best thing is try a few times, run your query, adjust it, and then after a few times, you should get what you are expecting, right? Another thing that you can do here is if I go back to my flat list of items, if I just do this, which will be every single item here, what you have with this option is you can, as we said, you can open in Excel. So that will require an add-on, but it's an add-on by Microsoft, so you can install it. You can open this item in Excel and kind of bulk edit them there. You can export to CSV. So the export to CSV works with all the other type of query as well. And then you can also create charts. So create charts. Oh yeah, I have to save my query here. I'll save it, user story for dashboard, and then I can create a new chart. So creating a chart here, for example, you want to see, let me do a pivot, which is pretty handy, where I want to see, for example, all my user stories in a kind of a pivot table this way, where I want to see who is assigned to and the board column. So where is the item at, and then save, right? So the only thing is we have here user stories, feature epics, everything is aggregated. You can see a nice chart, tells you by user who has which kind of items in which state, right? So that's just an example. But another one that I often use is creating queries where we have specific tags. So let me see, for example, all the user stories or the items actually where we have tags equals blocked, run query, and then I have it here, right? So pretty handy to have those queries, and then you can save it to kind of get back to them or share it with your team members. Voila, I hope that you liked this video, and if that's the case, subscribe to the channel. I'll be posting more videos about Azure DevOps, exploring all these areas, and I'm really hoping to see you in the next one.